So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you to this highly anticipated event of the month. I'm Abhinav Pingle, your moderator for today's event, and I'm delighted to have you all here. So, I would like to thank our sponsors of the event, Scoreleap, a leading education consultancy in making this event possible. For those of you who don't know, Scoreleap is an edtech company that provides access to higher education to top universities across the globe, like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, etc. Our platform's comprehensive end-to-end service include counseling throughout the application process, as well as test preparation services for GMAT, GRE, and SAT. The mentors at Scoreleap help students build scholarship-winning essays and guide them throughout the entire process of studying abroad. So now let us talk about IE Business School. Known for its excellence in business education, IE Business School is a global institution that nurtures innovative and entrepreneurial leaders. With a diverse and dynamic learning environment, it offers a range of programs designed to foster critical thinking, creativity, and leadership skills amongst the students. So now you're going to hear a lot about the wonderful courses, curriculum, facilities, campus life placements, and a lot more. So it's my greatest honor to introduce Ms. Anna Drebol, Manager of Global Recruitment, IE Business School. With her extensive experience and expertise in the field, Anna is the perfect guide to navigate the intricacies of the admission process. So, having graduated from a Master's in Management program at IE in 2014, she co-founded a strategic communications agency where she successfully developed bespoke marketing campaigns in Southern Europe for 100 plus top brands. So, without further ado, I invite Anna to take the stage and share her expertise with her. Hey, Anna, how are you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Okay, so I'll,
So,
yeah, please.
yeah, I'm just going to get started then. Thanks again for the introduction. And I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a little bit of a presentation about IE, about the Masters in Management, and also about the International MBA. And also we're going to be joined at the end by an alumni from India. Sorry, she's actually not an alumni. She's currently studying the International MBA in Madrid. So she's going to be a great reference, and I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of questions for her. So I'm going to start sharing the screen. Yep.
I'll mute myself now.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, can.
I have a question for you. Are you chasing after the next best you? At our business school, we believe education isn't really about filling your head with facts. It's about transforming you personally and professionally, creating those game-changing moments that all of us have at different times in our lives that move us from being what we are now to something better. We call that the next best you. Now, there's the current you that has aspirations, that has strengths, and that has gaps. The thing is that aspirations need to be shaped and guided to be realized, and we can help you do that. Our strengths, not all of us know what our strengths are, so they need to be revealed, and then they need to be built on. And then there are those pesky little gaps that we all have, and many of us are not actually aware of. We need other people to help us find them and fill those gaps. So this is all about taking you from the current you to the next best you. And that's our mission at our business. The next best you has three key elements. First is your career. Second, your impact. And the third, your purpose. Your career is about figuring out all the different opportunities that are out there for you, and then choosing one and getting the skills that you'll need to succeed in the particular pathway that you choose. And we'll help you do that as your trusted curator. With your impact, it's about learning how to make things happen in the workplace, in the real world, with real people. Sometimes we have amazing skills in a particular area, but we can't make things happen. Why? Because we need better thinking skills like problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking. It also requires behavioral skills, the ability to influence and to persuade, work well in teams, negotiate, to debate. And we also need digital skills, the ability to work with data, to tell stories with data, and to make great decisions using data as a basis. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is your purpose. We all have some inner sense of purpose, some belief that we can have a major impact on the world. What we want to do is help you define, refine, and align that purpose with your chosen goals for your life and your career. So your purpose might be responsibility as a business professional for a better planet, or it might be working with other people in the workplace in a way that fosters their well-being and your own, working well, as we call it. So those are the three elements of what we consider the next best you: your career, your impact, and your purpose. And our mission is to help you better understand the current you to get to the next best you. So we hope that you'll join us in that mission, and let's get working on the next best you.
So I wanted to share this video with everybody because one of the things that we're working on right now, one of our biggest programs, is working on the next best you and how we can take you from where you are today to that next best you. But just to give you a few quick facts about IE. IE Business School consistently ranks amongst the world's top academic institutions in global rankings, which assess the quality of our faculty, our students, and our teaching. We are committed to promoting innovation and also to nourishing talent in order to shape tomorrow's leading professionals and to provide our students with a truly global vision that prepares them for the challenges of tomorrow. So I am going to take you through very quickly what we mean by the next best you. I thought the video would help you start this session. I know it's Friday night, so I thought that would be a great way to start. But essentially, what happens is people often ask, who's the MBA for? Am I the right candidate or do I fit the profile? So I think that this is going to be a great session for us to discover this. And what I can tell you is that what you can expect from us at IE is that we're going to be providing you with top entrepreneurial and leadership skills, along with top industry connections. And as you can see, or you'll be able to see, this is something that's taken our graduates very far. Now, what we offer at IE is a transformational program. And for example, I'm gonna share with you the International MBA. This has been fully revamped. But the whole idea is that we do want to take you from where you are today. I know that there's different ages that are here today, and to really see and work with you where you can go. So in terms of career, we're going to be working with you from the start of the program, okay? And this is with our careers and talent department. You're going to be sitting down with them. We're going to host career days. We're going to show you what the 8 different pathways are. I'm going to show you the 8 different pathways in a second. But the whole idea is that we help you from the beginning of the program to discover the right career path for you based on your strengths and your gaps. So you're going to be doing questionnaires, there's coaching sessions, and the idea is that we work side by side with you to help you follow your career aspirations. So we also have your impact, which is what I was referring to earlier on, or which is what the videos mentioned earlier on. And this is where we talk about what effect you're going to have as a business professional with others around you. And then we have your purpose, which is, where we focus on your thinking skills, how open you are to learning, how critical you are, how creative you are in solving problems and also in running projects. Again, studying a master's and an MBA, you usually what happens is that you do see your earnings increase on average. But what we also want to do is to focus on providing you that extra dimensional purpose and that added sense of meaning to your day-to-day. So this is what I was mentioning about the career discovery. On the one hand, you're going to have a self-discovery journey where we're able to ask you, where do you want to go career-wise, in that what impact you want to make, and also, what purpose, why are you here, basically. And then the 8 pathways, and they're going to follow right now. The 8 pathways that we have developed are, and I'm just going to take you right through to that. The 8 pathways that we developed are branding, marketing, and sales, strategy, organization, and transformation, finance, investment, and accounting, digital business analytics and operation, You're going to have all of this on our website, but the idea here is that we've developed 8 pathways to spearhead your career based on the real skills that are demanded on the market. We have great relationship with top companies, and we are constantly in contact with them. And what we want to do is to make sure that the classes that you're taking, and this is the other 4, entrepreneurship and corporate innovation, product management, service design, sustainability management and strategy, and also international business and economics, but that the classes that you are taking can take you to be, founder and CEO, for example, or product manager, or a chief sustainability officer. What we aim to do is to help you scale up or to change sectors if that's something that you're interested in. Now, I do want to take you through the Master's in Management program and also the International MBA, because these are 2 of our most interesting masters, and these are the ones that I was told to focus on. Also, just to give you a little bit more information about me, I am the program specialist of the International MBA, and I'm in the business pathway, so I'm happy to help in any way, shape, or form. And I also did the Master's in Management, so I'm an alumni 10 years ago, so it's quite different, but it's almost the same, let's say. So just a few quick facts for you guys to know about IE. It's where the master's programs are located in Madrid. These programs are full-time, okay? They're very demanding, and it doesn't really allow you to balance the job while you're getting either your master's in management or your MBA. There are 2 intakes. It's September and January. And then the languages that this is, the languages that we have these programs on are either English or bilingual. Bilingual means that the like a third of the program is taught in Spanish. I don't know if you guys speak any Spanish, but it is something to offer. And then in terms of length, the MIM, the Master's in Management, is 1 year, and the International MBA is 11, 15, or 19 months. And I'm going to get into the details in a little bit as well. So first of all, I want to talk to you about the Master's in Management program, and just for you to understand what the class profile is, so you can see if this is something where you fit in, or if you fit in into the International MBA category. So usually the Master's in Management program is for people that are approximately 23 years old and that have between 0 to 3 years work experience, so an average of a year. So most likely recently graduates, young professionals, let's say. And in terms of diversity, we have 90% international students. You're actually going to be able to hear over 45 languages spoken on campus. So it's very, very international. And then in terms of female and male gender ratio, we have 45% of female students. Now, the Master's in Management, and just to kind of like take you through the courses that you're going to be able to see. So it's divided into 4 periods, as you can see. But in period 1, you're going to see that the courses are marketing, leading people and teams, data analytics, technology and innovation, financial reporting, opportunities and entrepreneurial manager, advanced Excel solutions, and managerial communication skills. Also, this is basically kind of like giving you that first foundation of what a master's of what management is. In the second period, you're going to get a lot of financial and accounting classes. So competitive strategy, economics, finance, entrepreneurship, management accounting, managerial communication skills, operational and supply chain, and also coding principles for management. Okay, you're going to see there already that we do have entrepreneurship here as well. And again, this is part of what I was mentioning earlier on. We help you develop your behavioral skills as well, because we aim to, sharpen your interpersonal, but also your interpersonal skills in order to really overcome the difficulties in a corporation and to be able to align stakeholders. Now for period 3, this is where you do your concentration. And this is, for example, if you can do it in branding, marketing, and sales, It can be in digital business and analytics. It can be in finance and investments, or entrepreneurship and corporate innovation. And then you also have international business and strategic management. So based on either of these 6 concentration areas, you're going to be able to see the different classes offered. But this is where you focus on the concentration that you're going to have. And for period 4, this is where you actually have your electives, because you do get to choose some of your classes, and these can be either in the field of strategy, economics, finance and financial control, entrepreneurship, technology, marketing, and then operations and negotiations. Okay. So this is the Master's in Management. And now moving on to the International MBA. This is a more experienced profile. So you're going to see here that the average age is 29 years old. You have approximately 5 years of work experience. So it could be between 4 to 3 to about 9 years of work experience. And we have over 72 nationalities in this class. And the gender ratio is 35 to 65. However, I'm happy to say that for the September 2023 intake, this has moved to 41% women. So I'm happy about that, and that there's more parity, but this was based on the previous year. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the International MBA. I'm not going to take you through the classes because there's the durations or the different durations I think are going to be what's going to be most important here. So as I mentioned earlier, you have 3 different options: 11 months, 15 months, and then 19 months in case you want to get a dual degree. So the 19 months is dual degree, and the 11 and 15 months is just the International MBA. So all of these different options, they offer the pre-program, okay, that you can see in the gray shade, which starts in August, okay. And then you also have term 1 that's common for all these 3 different programs, okay. Now, it is important to say or to highlight that you can choose whether you want to do the 11-month program or the 15-month program up to 1 month after the start of the MBA, so during the first term. So when you are applying, it is going to ask you, the application form is going to ask you whether you'd like to do this for 11 months or 15 months. However, and you can pick 11 months, but this doesn't mean that you cannot change. Yes, you can, but only during the first month of the actual program, okay? Why? This is because by then, you're going to have taken already several career discovery sessions. And this is part of, finding that next best you. So the career discovery sessions will help you become more aware of whether you're interested in changing your career path. So the 15-month program actually targets people that want to change sectors and therefore require more time to study the different concentrations. But again, let me take you through the program. The MBA starts with the pre-program. This is online courses that can be completed in August. And also, and I think this is very interesting, we do offer an intensive course in Spanish in August, in case you're interested, and it's free. And then during terms 1 and 2, we're going to help you. We're basically going to prep you with all the essential areas of business knowledge in an MBA program. So these are courses that are related to finance, to strategy, and entrepreneurship. Because some of you might not be coming from the field of business. So this is where we're going to help you throughout that. Now, the International MBA is customizable, and you're going to be able to personalize your International MBA journey by joining one of the 4 immersive labs. This is the option that you can see just above in term 3, April 2024, okay? And the labs are where you get to devise a business solution from a challenge, or you can opt for the internship option in a top organization, for example. Then the electives period. Okay, so The electives period is where you can continue to customize your MBA by choosing courses from approximately 100 elective options. Okay, this is on a bidding basis, so you actually bid on the different classes, and the classes that are more full up, these are the classes that we're going to be opening. Okay, now at the end of the 11-month program, you have the final integrative exercise. This is where you present to a jury of program faculty one of the 3 different exercises. So either an impact project, a venture project, or a final challenge, for example. And as you can see, in the 11-month program, we have that job prep and search option that goes throughout, and this applies to all of them. Okay. What we aim to do is to help you, yes, discover the right career for you, but also to make sure that you are prepared to get a job. So we'll help you work through interviews. We'll help you, with the different careers days, have access to different companies as well. So the idea is that throughout your studies, you're also interviewing to get a job, essentially. Now, going to the 15-month program, you're seeing that in term 3, you may also participate in a global immersion month. This is where you have the opportunity to go to a different country, expand your network with students from other executive programs. You're going to be able to attend master classes, visit companies, and meet local and global executives. And this is all while exploring a new culture. So the international exchange that you're going to see on term 4 for the 15-month program is a 3-month exchange program with one of our partner institutions. This can mean universities anywhere from California to South Africa, Finland, Costa Rica, Turkey, Kuwait, you name it. There's a ton of those. These are all listed on our website. And then the dual degree is very interesting because that means that you're going to graduate with your international MBA and also a second master's degree in less than 2 years, and also for a better price. And then this is basically the whole international MBA broken down, but I'm happy to take any questions at the end if you do have any. And also, I did want to give you a quick few bites on entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship is ingrained in IE's DNA. Okay, we were ranked by the FT as 1st in Europe and 4th worldwide for entrepreneurship teaching. We believe that entrepreneurship is a mindset, and we're constantly recognized about this internationally. So we encourage our students to awaken their entrepreneurial passion in Area 31. This is located in one of our buildings in the basement. And this is where you're going to have the option as well to, there's investor pitches, and we're going to be able to explore your ideas, help you or guide you explore your ideas under the guidance of industry experts. Okay. You have the Venture Lab. We have Venture Days as well, which basically means that we are connecting the entrepreneurial community around the world. So just to wrap things up a little bit, our alumni, when they graduate, they're mainly working in technology, in consulting, and in consumer goods as well. You can see that there are several companies listed already there. But yes, we're always happy to kind of connect you and introduce that. But the whole idea is that we want to make sure that as a graduate from our business school, that we can take you far, and that you end up working for reputable organizations, or that you start up your own company, for example. So why Madrid? Oh, actually, this is a video. I'd love for you guys to see this as well. So Madrid is thriving with different opportunities. This is the Puerta del Sol. You're going to see that Madrid not only has culture, it has nature, it has it's a gorgeous city that's just, waiting for you to come and visit and have a great experience. It's a capital of Spain, and also, it's extremely trendy in terms of culinary world. And we have top companies here, and the startup ecosystem in Madrid is very developed. And actually today I was at the South Summit, which is one of our events that we organize with other companies. And the South Summit is basically a startup competition where thousands of people go, and this was developed over 10 years ago or so. I'd like to say 12. But it's also part of our idea of, really making sure that startups scale up, and that we help our students, and also we help the Spanish ecosystem really, the Spanish startup ecosystem really develop. Now, in terms of the admission process, this is something that I think it's very important for you guys to know. So here you go. So the first thing that you need to know is that our admissions process is stringent, but we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you. So we have a rolling admissions process. However, we do recommend that you allow enough time to get your visa, move to Spain, and all of that entails. We are here to help you every step of the process, so do not hesitate to ask us. And right now, the September 2023 and the January 2024 and September 2024 intakes are open for you to submit your application, just for you to know. Now, when we're talking about the application form, which is step 1, so this requires your passport, your CV, diploma, academic transcripts, 2 recommendation letters. We have an essay, which is express yourself. And it's not really an essay. It can be an essay, but it can also be a presentation like a PowerPoint or a video. This is where we want to understand a little bit more of you, and, really understand what expresses you, what showcases your creativity. Then we also have an online assessment test, and this is the Kira test. And this consists of answering 2 questions on video format, and then you answer them live, and a 3rd question that's in written format. We also require an entrance exam. So this is the GMAT or the GRE. Or alternatively, you can use our own admissions exam, which is called the IE-GAP. And most people take this exam because it's online. You can do it on a daily basis. It doesn't require any preparation because it's analytical, it's logical, it's only 2 hours long, and it doesn't require any additional fees. Once you pay the 150 euro application fee, it includes the IE-GAT. And then once you've submitted all of your documents, you may get invited to the interview with our admissions team. Now, financial aid and student services. So if financing is a challenge for you, we have over 20 different scholarships that you can apply to. We recommend that you submit your scholarship application along with your admissions application in order to get a response around the same time, which will make your life easier. Also, I didn't mention the prices of our master's programs. I don't know if you guys had the chance to check these out, but the master's in management program is of around 45,000 euros, and the international MBA is around 85,000 euros, 83,500 to be exact. What's important for you to know here is that the 11-month program and the 15-month program are the same price. And then for the dual degree, this varies between 103 to 110,000 euros. Okay. This is what I was referring to, the different scholarships that we have. Also, with regards to scholarships, we have a ton of scholarships for women as well. So definitely check these out. We really encourage you to do that. These can be, the scholarships are based on different criteria. So they can be professional merit-based for the strongest applicants, diversity. There are different scholarships depending on the regions where you're coming from. We have one for the Asia Pacific leader, Latin American leaders, women in business, entrepreneurship merits. And then there's also one where we take into account financial needs. So there may be a combination of these three factors. The maximum that we've ever awarded is 40%. And there's a few exceptional external collaborations that could offer more as well. But on average, we can provide up to 15 to 20%. Now, please note that these master's programs, the master's in management and the MBA is a full-time program, or these are both full-time programs. And this is why, you're going to have the opportunity to basically create the network that you're going to have for the next 50 years. So it's really important for us to have the best of the best in our classes, because it is a collaborative program where you are going to be learning from the people around you. So we have over 72,000 alumni worldwide that we're happy to connect you with. I already mentioned that in a little bit, you're going to be joined by Neha. She's currently studying the International MBA program. We have 30 different offices. We obviously have one in India that I don't know if you guys have been in contact with, but Namita is happy to help you with anything. And then we have over 130 different student clubs. We're talking about, luxury clubs, entrepreneurship club. We're talking about, sports clubs. And something that's great is that there's an annual tournament that you can go to in Paris, where lots of different, where the top business schools go and compete. And yesterday I actually had another session for women in MBAs, and I had the pleasure of having an alumni that I actually went to IE with, and she was telling the story that we got to second place in soccer, but it didn't matter to us because we celebrated like we won first place, because that's what IE is. It's the spirit. It's that just a feeling of, we are competitive, don't get me wrong, but we were just so happy that we knew that we tried our best and that we were all together. So the alumni or the IE family is that way. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. And I don't know if Neha is already here. Yes, she is. Hi,
Yes,
how are you
yes.
doing?
Hi, Anna. Hi, I've joined long back. I was listening to you. Hello. Hello, everyone.
It is lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much
giving
for
me.
joining us today.
Thank
And
you.
I wanted to ask you a few questions before
Sure.
actually opening up the room for everybody to get the chance to ask away. And basically I wanted to ask you, what you thought. Here, wait a second. So, tell us a little bit more about the student life at IE.
Cool. So if you would have asked me this question 1 or 2 months back, I would have answered differently. But when I'm half of my journey, I'm literally feeling emotional that I'm going to complete it in the next 6 months. Like as you mentioned that we have like values are getting incorporated in our DNA. So it's like I'm living the value and I'm like privileged to be the part of the IE family. So we have a diverse culture where we have the students from more than 130 countries. So that make IE a unique place. It's really unique. And adding to that, we have a number of extracurricular activities, as you mentioned already, clubs. So we have finance club, product club, project management, startup, entrepreneurship, like that. A part of that, if you are interested in kind of social club, wine club, music club. So there are multiple kind of different club where you can be the part of and you can actually meet with the expert in those area. Adding to that, as you mentioned, that campus is located in the heart of the Madrid, which make it easy to explore the city, and it's a lot to see in the city. It's a lot. Spain is a very, very beautiful country. So yeah, it's really good to have to be here. A part of coming to the academic part, I have a very interactive way of learning experience. So like you will have a case studies group, you will be divided into different groups where you will be giving a real time business challenges, and you have to work in a team. We have to collaborate with the different people who are coming from the diverse like a culture or mindset or from the academic. So it will give you really a good learning. And these days I has been ranked, I think, in the top 10 in the innovation and the entrepreneurship. So this is like a new trend in AI where you can get a very new and like unique ideas, and you will get a lot of learning. um, a part of all this, the student help desk, what I personally felt was very helpful when I have started my journey to come to Madrid and to get a like a settlement here. So I used to ask a lot of questions, but really, I'm telling you, on my finger point, I used to get the answer. So it was really fantastic. And the faculties, they are wonderful. The experience, like actually the thing is, they're not actually a tutor and they're not actually a professors. They're actually working in the real time. So they have a real challenges to discuss with us, to tell us their experience. So that actually make it very, very diverse and good in learning. That is actually a wealth. And coming to the being an Indian, I can understand what the curiosity we will have for the placements and all those things. So I offer a very, very good career counseling where they will attach you with your industry experts, where if based on your interest, you can shape your journey and they will help you with the tools available in the IE. I also offer the language classes, like Anna was mentioning that Spanish, we don't know Spanish being Indian. So if you come here, there are classes, you can join that, and that is free from offered by IE, and you can learn the basic, which will help you to survive in the city. And I also help, they have health and the wellness program. So that is also really very good to help you in personally as well as the professional growth. So that is my overall experience. I think I spoke a lot because actually I'm living it, so I can just relate it very well.
Thanks so much for that, Neha. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Also, we're giving this session to people that are interested in joining a master's program or an MBA. So I'd love it if you could help us, if you could tell us what you consider are the general challenges or the apprehensions before starting an MBA, and what do you recommend? Because you were in that place.
Yes, yes. So I can just tell about my journey and my experience. So the biggest challenge what I faced was the visa process. Actually, I was working before coming here, I was in Australia. So because I'm Indian, I was supposed to be in the Indian group because we have a Slack group and the WhatsApp group and all this, but somehow I got admitted in from Australia. So I got missed from those groups. So at last, when 1 month was left, then I started my process and I was literally panicking. So at that time, the student help desk has helped me a lot. I think in daily basis, I used to shoot out 10 mail to them and I really get immediate response. So please work on your visa part, because when you start your process from India, everything for European reason is mostly manual. So you have to in person go to the office, submit your application, get the appointments. It's a lot. It cannot be, and getting an appointment is also a big challenge. So it cannot be like you just start a week before and you will get it. So it's not going to work in that way. So please plan that, because we have seen the candidate, because of the visa issue, they were not able to attend the orientation program, because those are very, very good. So that visa part is very important. And then you can stay in connect with any alumni or the current student, because they can give you the insight about what's happened, how we plan our life. So this is very happening, a very good thing to learn from. And as you mentioned about the financial aid, to be very frank, the amount we are spending on the study is not less. So we have to plan it. So please plan your finance on correct time. And if you are applying for any loan or any scholarship, please plan before in advance, because once you come here, either the chance to you will be that getting a higher scholarship will go down, or you may not get it, or it will take time. So that was also one big thing. And once everything got sorted and you are finally to come here, please work on your accommodation, because it's also a challenge. I have to pay 1 month full rent and to a agent to find a house for me. So it's a big challenge for me. what I have faced actually. And then once you reach to Madrid, here is something called NI card, like a city, like a residency card. So you have to apply for that. And then is again a nightmare. You will not get the appointment for sure. And we used to pay 60 to 100 euro to get that only the appointment. So it is a challenge. So I'll suggest everyone to just try working on all those parts. And there are multiple orientation programs are getting organized by IE. So be part of that. That will give you a confidence and insight how the study happened, how you have to plan your day, what are the tools available, how the daily challenges look like. So that give you a confidence and even an insight to how your next year going to be. So this is the things what I can suggest.
Thanks for that. And I also suggest that you always contact our student services, because we're going to be able to help you, finding an apartment. We're going to be able to help you also, just ask a lot of questions. That's what they're there for. So make sure that you send an email once you've been admitted and you ask away, because it's always good to have all of this information. And then you can research on your own as well. I definitely recommend it, but try to get as much information as possible. And Neha, I do have one more question for you before I open up the floor. And I want to say, especially since you're mentioning you're about to wrap up your MBA, what would you say are the biggest learning experiences? What are your takeaways from this MBA?
Don't tell me like I have to go. I don't want to go. It's like that. So actually the frank and then the very fact is that being in the job and all, you will just focus on your daily challenge and just move in one direction. You don't have time to live your values and actually understand what is your core strength. Being here and working on myself, I'm actually getting a lot of confidence. Like I is helping me to build that values, like learning part. I think we can learn and we can do good, but that is like a cultural thing, and that is like inheriting that values and all. That is the biggest learning what at this stage I'm feeling. I'm learning how to balance my personal life and my mental life, because you will be grilled properly in the academic, in the clubs activities. There are a lot happening. You have to plan your thing, and it is like you will have a lot of pressure where you have to plan your things on a daily basis. Like today I have exam, but I also wanted to speak with you people. So I have to see how I can going to plan my time, going to plan my day. So it is a very good thing. And the biggest thing is the diverse culture. I really love it. I'm loving in the Spain culture and everything. So it's really fantastic because you get to work with more than 30 countries people. So definitely the mindset and the way of working differ country by country because of the cultural changes and the boundaries. So it's great. You will get a holistic idea how to work, how to understand things differently. You will actually gain by studying with the faculties who are real-time working. So you will get actually a real-time experience. You have a consulting program here, you have strategic program. So they help you to think differently. Like if I'm a technical person, I just straight away think everything from the technology point of view. But always that doesn't work because things are because we are going to be a leader. So we have to think many things apart of the technology. So that is the biggest takeaway for me. Like I have to have a bird eye view. That is I'm learning. And we say here like a triangle. So you have to balance your studies, social life, and the sleep. So it's a trade. How are you going to plan it? That is, I'm learning a lot being here. And a part of that, I said the career sessions, so they help me a lot. Like they make you sit and prepare a resume, then your cover letter, then how your LinkedIn profile should look like, how you should approach any professors or any professionals. So those all help a lot to develop best out of you. The next best you. That is the tagline what I have. And one more good thing I want to just tell about the 360-degree feedback system is there. That also happen in many of the companies, but to be very frank, that are biased. Why? Because that actually correlated with your promotion or the salary hike, where this is the safest place to try yourself, to just think what is next or what is hidden in you and you can do something differently. No one is here to judge you, to be very frank. So that helped me a lot because we being here, we learn how to give a constructive feedback and at the same time to give the feedback, because many times we don't give the feedback at all. because we are like actually scared of the surroundings, and how to take a constructive feedback. That is also very important. So these things is like a very good takeaway till my half of the journey. I'm still here for next.
Thanks for that. And
Thank you.
you're very right when it comes to the different group dynamics and learning. And it's very interesting to see when, you have an engineer, somebody from finance, then somebody from communications or marketing, a lawyer perhaps in the same group, and how they think differently. But you are very right. You learn so much from your peers. And as the future leaders, or if you really want to evolve, it's so important to be able to communicate, to be able to, be a proper public speaker as well. It's important for you to do this.
Yeah. Yes.
But anyways, thanks so much for that. I see that there's a question, so I'm going to go right ahead and answer that. How important is GMAT score for admission into the MBA or the Master's in Management program? So the way that the admissions process works is that we evaluate several bases. So you have, yes, the GMAT score is important, obviously, the GMAT or the IE GAT, but there are other things that we do take into account. And when it comes to the essay that we ask for, we also want to make sure that you have the right culture, the right values to become an IE student. And then you will also see, we have different factors. For the MBA, it's important as well for us to see what your letters of recommendation look like, what your professional experience is as well. We do take that into account as well. So it's kind of like a mix of things that really make us see, if you are the right fit for IE, and if we are the right fit for you as well. Second question, can a person with 2 years of experience apply to an MBA program at IE? Would you recommend a master's in management for somebody who has 2 years of experience? Yes, definitely a master's in management for somebody who has 2 years of experience, because basically one thing that's very important is that you are going to learn from your peers. So it's important for you to be in a classroom of people that have approximately the same professional experience that you do. So in this case, we do not accept people that have less than 3 years of experience at the MBA. In this case, you would be in the Master's in Management program. And then the third question, and this is to you, Neha, so hopefully you can help us out here. What's the best memory that you have at IE so far? Oh, that's sad.
Yes, every day is best. I cannot just tell you, like, it's every day is learning, every day is a thrill, challenge. I said, right, this is a triangle. We are, like we say here, there are 3 years and balance between that 3 years. It's like a social life, your sleep, your study. So it's a trade. What and how are you going to balance it? But coming to academic, like I answered like a professional. So coming to the academic part, like the best is my entrepreneur class. I, being an Indian, I can truly tell we are a person who trade for the safety net, and we have never had, or very few have, the mindset of entrepreneur. I was also in the same phase, and I'm also still in the same boat. But coming after here, I actually started developing that. Why not me? Like, I can also take the chance. It's always not about money. Like, we think it's required a lot of money to invest. It's required, you don't have a safety, or you have a lot of commitments. Definitely commitments are there, but that will pay you in the long term. So I has helped me, and it's really good for me for now to develop the mindset. I have learned a lot, and it is actually my favorite. And I think in future I will do some entrepreneur thing, but that is the best.
Thank you so much for that. So the next question is, can you shed some more light on the dual degrees that the MBAs that IE offers? So we have a lot of dual degrees, honestly. I think the best way for me to answer this is to tell you to check out the website, because we have dual degrees in law, for example, in technology, digital innovation, in marketing and communication. So the dual degree, the second degree is up to you. We are happy to help you choose the right one for you. But most people that do the dual degree are, for example, so recently I was speaking to a candidate, and her family has a real estate company. So she's interested in doing the master's in real estate. However, she wanted an MBA as well because she needed that business background to make sure that, you know, that she has the right foundations to continue with her family's company. So with the dual degrees, it really depends on your background and where you'd like to continue specializing in. The international MBA is very complete. However, if you would like to, you know, really specialize in something, then I would recommend the dual degrees in that case, because they will give you, you know, a greater outlook. And also it's 19 months rather than, you know, 2 years or more than 2 years, because usually an MBA program can last up to 2 years and then an extra year. So I'm happy to share the website with you guys so you can check that out. But I think that it comes more of on a personal basis. And then, is 8 years of experience a little too high, too is on the edge? So 8 years experience is actually fine. 8 years experience is, you know, you already have a solid professional experience. The average is 6 years. So that means that some people might have 3 or 4, and then you have others that have about 8, 9, around 10 as well. If you do have over 10 years of professional experience, I would actually suggest that you look into our executive MBAs, because again, yes, you learn from your peers, but another thing that you also need to consider, and that part of the investment in this master's in management or this MBA, is the network that you're going to have. And so if you have, you know, 12 years of experience, you're more interested in having a network of executive professionals in that case. Oh, Neha, you're popular. You have another question.
Yes.
So would you suggest any hacks on saving money while studying abroad? And do
Okay.
part-time jobs really help us to cover our expenses there? Ooh, all right.
Okay, to be very frank, I have not tried for the part-time job, but yes, the answer is yes. The expense what is here monthly is approx 1,100 like that. So if you, and again, if you're in the shared accommodation, I'm just telling about the shared accommodation and your food and other stuff. So it will come in that. Here it's like mostly at the students, so definitely opportunities are there, but the main point here is you should be knowing the basic of Spanish, because the local people doesn't know English properly. So if you work on your Spanish and just try to get a little bit like an understanding of the Spanish, I think job you will definitely get a part-time job and you can manage it. So, and people like you, so you should just try for the scholarship as well, because I know people who really need a fund or a help. I has helped them. So these are the point I could highlight.
I would mention that part-time jobs, that can be very, very difficult. I wouldn't recommend that. It could be very difficult to balance a part-time job with the full-time MBA or master's in management, because it's a very stringent curriculum and it will require a lot of your time. And also, I mean, you have classes from 9 to 3, but afterwards you do spend a lot of your time with your group to carry out group projects. So I would suggest what Neha's saying, try for the scholarships, try for funding before then, and really focus on doing the master's or the MBA. And also we offer so many different events, conferences. I mean, just last week, we had the CEO of ChatGPT coming into our offices, our tower, let's say, because we have the fifth tallest building in Madrid and the 7th tallest building in Spain, actually. And he came to visit us at the theater and gave us a great, it was a great insights on AI technology. Anyways, Really recommend for you to be part of the clubs, the events, the conferences, and really get to know your team members as well. And so it seems like we have no more questions. In that case, I think that we are ready to go. And I'd like to thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you again, Neha. It's always great to see you, and it's always, I hope that your exam went well.
Yes, again from Monday, the main exams are going to start. I have a presentation today, so yeah, that's why I make out some time.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us and for making the
Yeah.
time. Hopefully we'll be able to meet up again next week or something.
Sure.
But we'll speak about that later. In any case, thanks everybody for joining us. And I look forward to seeing your emails or your applications. You can contact me for if you're interested in learning more about what we have to offer at IE.
So thank you very much, Anna, for the enlightening presentation. I'm sure our audience have gained invaluable insights into the admission process at IE. So before we conclude, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the participants, guest speaker Anna, Neha, and Scoreleap for their valuable contributions in making this event successful. And your presence and engagement have truly made this event special. And thank you all for participating. And I hope you leave today feeling motivated and well informed to connect with your study abroad experts. Please enter your details in the registration link provided in the description. And don't hesitate to reach out to Scoreleap to pursue your dream of studying abroad. Thank you and have a good night.